Hey everyone, Melanie Allen, Emerald Ambassador. I am so incredibly thrilled to have my very good friend, Erin O'Keefe. She's a Diamond Ambassador. We got to meet at our Jewels training in Arizona. Was that in February? When was that?
Last February already, right?
I can't believe it. And here we are in November. So I feel like that was yesterday. I remember just hitting Emerald status, and here we are in November. And I remember meeting you, Erin, and you saying you do a training for our team. So here you are. It's been a while, and I'm so
9 months later, I could have had a baby by now.
right, exactly. So I know we wanted to kind of do an interview style, so I'm going to pull up the questions, and if you want to just start, maybe just sharing your story.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on and taking time out of your night. I'm always so honored to be on these team calls, and they're always so fun for me to see different faces. So thanks for having me. I keep looking at your name. You're not Laura Ferguson. You're
No, sorry. I used Laura's account in case we had a bunch of people. She's my upline, and she gets 100. So that's
I love it.
what we do for our team calls.
So I'm sorry if I'm a little nasally, a little cold slip through somehow. So I'm gonna do my best here. But anyways, so I started with my friend from college was posting on Facebook like everyone else. That's how we probably all started, right? She had a little private customer group, on Facebook, kind of like a team page, and she was posting testimonies and product information in there. And she put me in, and I removed myself. And I didn't say a word to her. I just took myself out. And then she did it again. And I took myself out again. And then it's so funny. We talk about it still. And she's like, I didn't even know I was doing it. I was like, come on, you knew what you were doing. So thank God she boldly put me in for the third time. And at that point, it was like, every time I saw her, she looked happier and thinner, and she kind of caught my eye. So it was February in New York, which is cold and dark, and you're just miserable. And I just felt like I needed something. I didn't even research the product. I could have cared less. I just wanted what she was having. She seemed happy, and I wanted that. Like if you look at that color, like the 4 color personalities, I'm as blue-red as you get. Like, I don't have any green in me. So I didn't even research. I'm like, I don't care if my skin turns green. I want what she's having. So I tried to get away with, I was like that person who wanted to be the retail customer. And she's like, absolutely not. Be preferred. I think she threw in a little something extra for me if I went preferred. So I was a preferred customer, knowing I was going to cancel my auto ship the next month. And by the end of the first week, I felt amazing. I was a teacher at the time, and I remember I started on a Sunday, and by that Friday, usually Friday afternoon, by the time lunchtime is over, I'm like crawling back to work. Like I can't even keep my head up. It's painful. Those poor kids that I used to have to see on Friday afternoons. But anyways, I remember like walking through the hall going, man, I feel good. Why do I feel so good? Oh, and I called her, and she's like, I said, I feel so good. And she's like, I know, I told you. So anyway, so I was researching. I was someone who loved direct sales, and I loved MLMs and network marketing. It's odd, right? Most people say they want nothing to do with it, but I was looking for the right company. I really was. And I knew it had a great product, so I started researching the compensation plan. And I found that long version, I couldn't read the chart, I didn't know what that meant. So I found that big long version, pages and pages, and I read through it on my lunch breaks, my preps. I think I read it 30 times before it sunk in. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this company is really onto something. This is really unique. I knew every company, what the products were, how much the people had to invest, the startup, the minimums. I knew all that. So when I saw Plexus the second week and just hit the ground running, I just knew I'm like that red personality. So like diamond, I didn't even know what diamond meant, but that's what I was doing.
That sounds like a red.
I know. Like you could be like, you could give a toothbrush as the top prize. Like you get a really shiny toothbrush, and I'm like, I'm going to get the toothbrush.
That's right. You're like, I'm winning, whatever it is.
Yeah. Sorry, my husband told me earlier, I'm going to go in my bedroom. That was okay. Go for a walk.
Just to confirm though, is Liza your upline?
No, Liza's my level 1.
Okay, so who's your upline? Hey, your husband's waving. So who's your upline? What's her name?
Kathleen Hepler.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, she was New York's first diamond.
Okay, so you're the second diamond.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Now you guys are in my bedroom. We have a nice little cozy date tonight.
That's right.
So I don't know if you want to go to the next question or.
Oh yeah, so you're the second. You're just finishing. So that was the second diamond. Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah.
And then okay. So then you said I'm going to go to the top, and then what from there? So then you just dove in and started working.
So I tell this story and people think I'm crazy because I didn't wait. I didn't wait for anything. I didn't even lose weight at that point. I just felt good. So I I joined Plexus. I don't remember if it was on my lunch break or a prep at school. And I walked up to the 6th grade wing, started telling my friends, and I had 2 customers by the time the prep period was over. So I bought my welcome pack, got my website, and just started walking around the building and telling people.
That is awesome. There
you go. I knew I felt good, and I was like, my friends, people need this, man. People don't feel good. And I just started telling people.
Way to go. Earn while you learn. There you go.
Yeah. So this company's completely changed my life. I was not born to be a teacher. I never enjoyed being a teacher. So my goal was, number one, to get out of the massive amount of credit card debt we had. And so I did that. And then also to leave my teaching job to be home with my family. And I knew from a younger, early 20s, that I'm almost 40 now, but I knew I wanted to work from home. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. So this was the perfect job for me.
So tell me, what grade did you teach?
I was a speech therapist. So I was
speech therapist.
all grades,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Janice over there, speech therapist. I was a very.
That's right. It's coming back to me now, Erin. I'm a specialty in geriatrics.
Okay.
For 12 years.
You know what it is? I love the kids. I could just hang out, talk about sports, play games. But when it came time to everything else, just wasn't for me. I just wanted to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. It was kind of I wanted to treat my patients, not do the paperwork. So
yeah,
the same way. So the first question is, why is belief so important in this business?
It's everything. It's everything. If you don't have it, it's not going to get you through those hard times. Really, if you are not completely convicted in our products, our compensation plan, our company, meaning our executive team, and yourself, you're going to have a really hard time, just being honest. So I knew when I found something good, before Plexus, I had complete belief in myself. So that's how you walk upstairs to 6th grade wing and get 2 customers, because you believe in something.
Yeah.
So you could share it from the heart. You're passionate. People know you're just trying to help them. And that kind of belief gets you through I remember starting, and maybe it was in between silver and gold. And I remember that first customer that's this doesn't work. I get those, believe it or not, all the time. And she was and so I'm thinking, maybe it doesn't, I had second guesses. I'm wait a dang minute. She doesn't know what she's talking about. This stuff works. Of course it works. But if I gave into that, if I gave into that woman who said this doesn't work, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. So I don't let anyone decide how I'm going to feel. First of all, my belief is my belief, and I'm sorry if you believe different, but I'm not going to, it's everything, really.
It is. I agree. And also on that note too, I mean, if you don't have belief in yourself, when someone says that, you can really shy away okay. But what you usually find out when you start digging in is they took it for 2 weeks, or they weren't consistent,
Didn't take it at all.
Drink their water, or they took everything in one day when you told them to take it slow,
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be.
They're it doesn't work. Do you want to buy the 3 months worth of supply that I have for me?
Exactly.
Well, you were supposed to take that.
Yeah. I always tell people it doesn't work sitting on the counter.
No, I'm not going to buy it from you.
Yeah,
exactly. From my own website.
That's right. So what advice do you have for people wanting to go silver in the first week and to make it happen?
Get to work. Start talking to people. Make your list. If you're not working from a list, you're not truly working this business. So make a list and just start talking to people. You're going to get one yes for every no. So when you get that first no, keep going. But you just get excited for no's, you know. I tell my team all the time, you're not going to get 100 no's in a row. So, but if you do, go buy yourself a Louis Vuitton, because that's a really big deal, right? If you get 100 no's in a row, go buy yourself something really expensive. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I agree. What about image is so important because we want people to follow us, yet many struggle with keeping a good image. What do you think is important to keep a great image that people are drawn to?
I just think it's always important to be true to yourself, but to kind of clean it up a little bit. Like I am not like a typical diamonds. I don't wear fancy shoes. I have like $12 Charming Charlies. Like I am not typical what you would think as a jewel or a diamond. But when I'm at events and when I'm out and about, I'm not fake, but I kind of clean up my act a little bit, you know. I love football. I like beer. I'm like not normal. So I'm not going to stop being me, but I do try to clean up my act a little bit out. Maybe that's like a bad answer, but you know,
I think it's being real is great. And too, what about your Facebook wall? Like, is there
what I always am is positive, but that's who I am.
Yeah.
But when I do have bad days like everyone else. Put the phone away, put Facebook away. Don't post about your road rage or how much you can't stand your kids today. Your husband's a jerk. I don't care. Don't post about it. Yeah. Because you could have someone out there hanging on your every word as your potential future rock star or customer. And if you say something that really sets them off, they're going to go buy from someone else. So I think it's so important to just be positive and true to yourself, but like a better version of yourself.
I think that's great. People really struggle with taking on a leadership role. Can you give us some advice on how to really embrace the leadership role, and what are some things we should be practicing as leaders?
Yeah, so it gets really tricky because now you have this team, and I've heard so many people say, well, I'm good, my team's working, and then they stop sponsoring and stop bringing people into this company, and that is like the biggest no-no. No matter where you are in this business, whether it's your first week or you're a double diamond, you should always be sponsoring. You should always be bringing people in. Your team could be on fire, and at any given moment, they could stop working. I've seen it. It happens. So if you're not bringing in new people and new excitement and fresh blood, so to speak, it's really going to stall or go backwards. So number one, always be the best role model you can by always being in activity and working your business. I think that's one of the reasons people get stuck is they get away from that. If their points stay stagnant or go backwards, they stop doing those things that they did when they were successful. So stay in activity mode, be the hardest working person on your team. Don't just be looking for the rock star, be the rock star. And as far as leading a team, duplicate your uplines. Like you guys have some pretty strong team. Don't try to control their posting or what they're doing. Just worry about yourself. But leadership too is not always something that people are born with. You have to learn. So you have to be reading books. You have to be reading John Maxwell and or whoever speaks to you. But if you're not learning what it means to be a leader and you don't have that natural thing in you, you have to be reading. So.
And then I have, how early do you think we should start thinking of ourselves as a leader?
And then before you start.
Yep, I agree. And then my next question was as soon as we start building a team. But like we always say, if you have one person on your team, you're a leader.
Yeah.
My team all the time.
Yeah, and you might not be good at it, guys. I still make mistakes all the time. But when you do that, that's when you tell your team, listen, this is what I fudged up on this week. Don't do what I did. You see me, you see what I'm doing. Don't do that because it doesn't work, So you got to be humble and honest and real with your team with things that you mess up on.
Absolutely. I think that's great. And then I said, what do you feel like is IPA and what kind of daily things do you do?
You never want to just have a list and run out of people. You always want to look for 2 or 3 new people a day to put on their list. Really, truly, that's what being a professional is. Setting up three-way phone calls, hosting online events, doing sip and sees for yourself or for your team, but just talking to people. There's a lot of components involved with being good at this business. You have to be learning the products. You have to be learning the videos. You have to be learning the compensation plan, but those aren't IPAs. Those are things you need to do. But unless you're talking to people, you could do all you want. If you're not putting it into action, then you're not making money. I tell my team, if you have a full calendar, you're going to make some money.
Exactly. And it's not just watching videos, it's getting out there and talking to people. Yeah.
And I have been really bold lately. Like, you know, those chicken listers that we all have, I just went for them all this month. I'm like, forget it. I don't care. You know, what do I have to lose? Like, so I have been talking to those people that have been on my chicken list for 2 years, finally. And they've all sat down and talked to me. And I told them, you're on my chicken list. And they're like, that's so stupid. Like, why would I be on your chicken list, you know? So my upline, Kathleen, is like, they don't know they don't know they're on your chicken list. Take them off the pedestal, knock them off the pedestal. Like, they're just humans like us. And she's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, you know? So she just views herself as the rest of us, you know? We just have them on this pedestal for no reason, even though they're awesome and amazing.
So what are they just really successful, or what is it about them that, you know, on your team? Influential?
Yeah.
Or what do you
This woman in particular is a businesswoman. But I know she hates her job, but she is driven and hardworking, and she's also a CrossFit coach. So people listen to her. So, and then I messaged my other CrossFit coach he was actually in my Diamond documentary, and I sat down with him last week. And, you know, we talked about a bunch of stuff, and I sent him videos and he asked questions. So the conversation is going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And, you know, I think too, I think a lot of people don't feel like this is like a real opportunity. Like, this is a real job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like you probably have to flash your diamond paycheck, and they probably say, okay, where do I sign up?
Well, I think people, you know, have the impression, and it's true in most companies, only a couple people make that kind of income.
Yeah.
And they see me and they know me and they know, like, especially in the gym, I stink at everything. Like, I am not good at anything. So they kind of like don't view me as like the top of their, you know, people at the gym. So someone like me comes along and is that successful, they're like, wow, she can do it, I can do it. And that's what I want. Like, I want people to say, if she can do it, I can do it, because it's so true.
Yes.
When people say to me, I can never do what you do, I probably say, then you probably shouldn't sign up, because of course you can.
It's all about belief in yourself, right?
Yeah. So that's what these people have, you know, that confidence, that network, the credibility. Not that that's the only type of person I'm looking at, but at this point, that's who I'm talking to.
And that makes you very relatable too, which is, I think, important, you know, not to be out of reach. And then I have number 6. I know jumping in as a brand new ambassador can seem overwhelming for some people. Many are afraid to start sharing because they feel like they need to know all the details or want their own testimony first. What do you do to encourage newbies to start sharing Plexus from the very beginning?
You know, I was in a different spot because I was a customer first and I became an ambassador. So I already had like a little testimony building. But I like to tell people, like, you could be helping people along the way. Like, don't hold back just because you don't have the testimony you're looking for. Someone else, your neighbor, might be suffering from a disease or gut health issues that is really impacting their health. So don't hold back on waiting for your testimony. Don't wait until you know everything. Guys, I'm still learning so much. I'm like that red personality, so I'm kind of obsessed with our business and the compensation plan. So I never became a product guru. Do I love the products? Yes, I take them every single day, but I've always been like the type of person, just take it, you'll feel good. I never knew what the ingredient. This last 2 weeks dealing with these CrossFit coaches, I've really dove into product knowledge because they want to know why they work. They're that green personality. So I've learned so much. I'm so much more confident now, but here I am 2.5 years in just doing that. So, you know,
that's awesome.
Just continue to learn, and the more you learn and then you apply, the more bold you are with sharing. But for those new people, just start talking. Just start talking to people.
And I think a lot of people have a really hard time with what to say when they come up to someone. So what do you say? How do you get the conversation moving? I have a lot of people ask me that too, and it's so natural for me. It's hard to even describe. But
Well, we're from New York. We don't just talk to people.
okay, so it's a little different. Yeah, that'd be good to hear than what it's, because in Texas
Yeah.
we're like friendly and we get each other,
Yeah, no, that doesn't work here.
and I give hugs and we're like, see,
Debbie, are you the Jersey person?
do
Yeah,
what?
we don't do that here, right? Debbie's nodding her
Oh,
head. I'm like,
Debbie, yes, yes, Debbie's from Jersey, yes.
so,
Yeah,
Melody
we're
told me
friendly
about
in
you.
Texas.
So, it takes more. So I had a lot of built-in relationships. So when Plexus came into my lap, I had a lot of people that trusted me and just whatever, if I said it, they believed in me because I had, credibility with them for whatever reason, maybe just because I was nice to them. Um, so, but with new people, like, for example, CrossFit, it's like network marketing. It's a revolving door. People are always coming in, people are always going out. And I really try to befriend those new people, not because I want them on my team, but because I really try to build a strong relationship. It takes time, it takes months, right? So sometimes, like, after 2 or 3 months of just being friendly with someone at the gym, then I send them a Facebook friend request. Then then they see me the next time, oh, what's this Plexus? So you kind of get the ball rolling that way. I went to gymnastics practice with my daughter for 6 months before I even brought up Plexus because I didn't want them to see me and run away. That's what New Yorkers do.
That's like normal, huh? That's what they do.
Yeah, we're just not as nice.
Oh,
No, we're nice, but we're just a harder shell to crack. But we can be cracked. You just got
yeah.
to be patient.
I always thought you were very friendly. You're friendly to
No,
me.
I'm friendly. I'm friendly and I'm nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But we just don't go talk to people. We just don't.
yeah. So it just depends on your area. That's good to know too. Thinking about where you're at, and But I like that too. I did the same thing. I did Bible study for about 9 months with a group. Never mentioned it for a whole
Mhm.
9 months. I mean, I just got to know people.
Yeah.
One of them is now halfway to gold on my team. So
Yeah. People know what you do, and sometimes it takes patience. You don't just want to be that person who's just trying to sell or recruit. You want to be a friend. And
yeah.
as a friend, when they start bringing up their ailments or their issues, that's when you share. That's what I really try to stick to.
And I also try to I don't even mention Plexus a lot of times, but I'll just friend them on Facebook if we just really connected. Like
Yeah.
I met a girl today picking up my kids at school, and we just really connected and hugged before we left. And we just had an instant connection, same age kids. And she's like, we need to stay in touch. We should get together for a play date. I was like, sure. Yeah. Just send me a friend request. Didn't say a
Uh-huh.
word, but then she'll be watching my post.
Yeah,
So that was
totally.
kind of my, way of just trying to do that.
Yeah.
And then what do you think really got your business up and going to the point that you reached the rank of diamond? Kind of tell me the timeline with because that's great. You're diamond in 2.5 years. So
It was under
did it go fast?
3 months. I mean, it went emerald in 6 months, sapphire in 12, and then diamond in 23 months. But you don't get anywhere without a team that's busting their butts.
Yeah.
So, I have a lot of runners on my team. In the beginning, like every single person went silver. We didn't even know what a wholesale ambassador was till like a year ago. Like that didn't even make sense to us. Every single person that we signed up was building a customer base and signing and sponsoring. So it's just what we did. Everyone did that. I was like, what's this wholesale ambassador thing? People do that? Now we understand it and we share that part. But I have that because I have a strong team. Like they are determined, they're focused, they see the vision and they want to build their own team. When I talk about, building an organization, I'm not that diamond who signed 200 level ones. Like I do still believe in signing customers and flipping them. But I've signed about 60 people. I would say on average 30 to 35 are active every month, and I have 7 strong legs. So I don't just have one strong person, I have 7 that are building their own teams. And
That's awesome.
a couple silvers that are getting there slowly, but they're getting there. So yeah, now I'm starting to build my husband and he's full force, so it's exciting.
That is really exciting. So I know you have Liza, right? I always want to hear, it's always interesting to hear like the breakouts of, because Liza's a sapphire, right?
Yeah, Liza's my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's a sapphire under you?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then my other best friend Jody is she's my level 1 emerald.
Okay. Awesome. So you've got two
Yeah.
jewels.
So they're little firecrackers, so they help me out a lot.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. And it's fun to get to do together. So do y'all do meetings together and trainings?
Yeah,
Like,
we try. They live 2.5 hours. They live near each other, but I'm south of them.
oh,
So
okay.
it's about 2.5 hours to get to them. So I try once or twice a year to get up there because that's where most of my team is. But mostly it's online stuff.
So do you do more, like, how many, do you do a lot of online events every month, or do you do more like,
Yep,
what
we
do you
do an online event once a month, and then we have team calls every Thursday night.
okay. Just to stay connected. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to quickly ask for questions? I know that it's getting close to your bedtime. I know you go to bed early, so I want to
Oh,
respect
I'm
your
good. Once
time.
I get on these calls, I feel like I had like that sinusy thing going on today. But hold on, I just almost left the meeting.
Oh,
I love getting on these calls and like seeing faces and talking to people. So once I get on them, I'm like, I'm good.
you're good. Okay, she's good. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize for being late. I'm so 8:30. You know
No,
how it is.
I
Routine,
know.
routine. Okay, so does anyone want to go ahead and just maybe ask her a question? We've got a lot of people on tonight. Debbie, you may have a question since you're from Jersey too. Since Debbie just started, she's new. And she's looking at starting to build a business. So I know she's in your area. Well, not in
So
your area,
Debbie,
in New
I
York.
want to say like people say like, oh, my team's in Texas and I'm here. Embrace that. That's what you want. Like, I'm just gonna tell everybody, you know. So I guarantee you, in your area, no one's even heard of Plexus. So be excited to be the first person to tell them, and start building your own meetings. Like, I didn't go to a meeting until I was like emerald and a half. Like, I was almost sapphire when I went to my first meeting. I didn't know we didn't have them. Like, besides like having like 5 people in my basement, like we didn't know what we were doing. We just
Yeah,
did it.
but you just did it. You just got together and did it.
Yeah, so we just like my first meeting was Super Saturday. I was already in Emerald, and Helen McFadden and Angie Thompson came, and they were like, "You've never done an event, like an opportunity?" I'm like, "I don't even know what that is." you know? So
That's amazing.
yeah, so I don't know, Debbie, if you have any questions about any of that, but be excited for that is what I want to say.
Well,
Because if
and
you
as
don't
far
tell
as,
them, I'm going to come down and tell them.
yeah, and what about, are you going to be leading Super Saturday this year?
Yeah, in Scottsdale.
Okay, awesome. So see, here's your second event. No, I'm just kidding. Because
Yeah.
do you do any live events in New York now as a diamond?
Yeah, we do them here and there. I mean,
Not
the
monthly though.
problem around here is like you need $600 for a hotel.
Yes, I'm 40 miles north though, so
You're going to have Amy Kosmowski. That's my upline. She's amazing.
cool, I think.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Everybody on this call, whoever has not registered for Super Saturday, do it. You need
Yeah, Debbie, get up to Albany, like, or Philly, whatever's closest. I think Philly's closed out though. It's amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass it over to some other people and see if anyone has any questions for
I just keep
Erin.
blabbering on and
No, it's great. We appreciate it.
on.
Caroline, do you have any questions for her? I've got a couple of my leaders on. Amber?
This is
Got a
Ricky. I
call
have
on.
one.
Hi, Ricky. You have a question?
Hi. I
How's it
just want to
going?
know what leadership book she would recommend.
I think a good place to start is John Maxwell's I have it over here, the 5 levels of leadership. It just kind of breaks, you get to identify where you're at, and it gives you tools on how, all right, my law of attraction. Am I putting out the type of person that I want to bring in? Law of the lid. What is my leadership level? So if I'm a 4 and I'm only bringing in 3s, I need to raise my lid. If this is all like overwhelming, I'm sorry, I just got to read the book.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
I love it. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
good.
so those are great places to start, I think.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I think I read on the Jules page, Tara Castaneda mentioned something about some kind of test you can take. Erin, have you heard of that? Something online
Um,
to figure out what level you are?
oh, we did it at the Jules training, but I think they have it in the book.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can get it online too. I know we did it at Jules training, but anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. I think there's a couple, because that'll get you to the next level. We're always still learning, right? Even at Diamond, though, you're still learning every day.
Oh my God, seriously.
Because I think a lot of people feel like you're a jewel, you've arrived. It's like, are you kidding me? Now I'm like, whoa, where do I start? I have a lot of work to do.
That's the biggest demise of people. Like, if you even think for 1 second you've arrived, like, you might as well just get out. Like, That's a bad attitude to have.
It is. Agreed. You're always learning.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be
saying, I could feel like I arrived. I was the first diamond, obviously have a huge team. She said, but my why now, I'll never forget it. It was so powerful, is to help, which is how it should be. This is a people business and you're trying to help other people reach people. So anyway, that really spoke to me. It was powerful.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else? We're just chatting away. Y'all are being shy. Lana, what about you? Everybody's being shy. Debbie? Nobody wants to talk. Janice, what about you? Someone's going to talk. I'm going to start
I have a question. Like Erin, every day.
Well, every day it looks a little bit different, but I always try to talk to, at this point, 2 to 3 new people. But if you're going for diamond, it shouldn't be that. Being bold about what time can I call you to walk you through this. Can I call you at 5 o'clock or does 6 o'clock work better? Because if you just give them directions to sign up, you're going to be sitting there for a while. So if you get them on the phone, and I run it like a doctor's office. So that has made and I treat my follow-up the same way. Okay, I would like you to watch this video on Triplex. Watch it tonight. Is tomorrow too early, or can I message you on Wednesday? But I'm going to message you latest Wednesday to see your, what you think. I don't have to worry about bothering them or being pushy. They know I'm coming Wednesday because I set that up.
Now, what if you reach out to them Wednesday, they don't answer? When do you
Just checking in. You're on my list to follow up with. If you're still interested, amazing. If not, let me know and I'll take you off my follow-up list. It kind of gives them an out so they don't have to feel like and then I always, literally, everyone answers me from there.
And I just heard that from Bob Heilig. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of him, yeah, but I haven't watched it.
Well, you nailed it. That's exactly what he said just the other day. And that's just the red personality probably. That's easy for you. But I know a lot of people struggle with that. They'll just continue to message them. But I did that. It does.
Give them, and some people have said to me, yes, right now this is not for me. Please take me off your list. And I say, absolutely. I'm always here. Let me know. Or I just try to dig more, just curious to why. No big deal. I just want to know why. And then when they give me a reason, I always have a rebuttal for everything. But you have to do that. You have to follow up, because I think about I support all my friends. They sell jewelry, whatever they sell. They send me catalogs. I've had so many people send me catalogs and then not follow up with me. Well, first of all, you just wasted a $3 catalog and shipping. Now you're not even coming to me. I take follow-up seriously with the people I buy from, and I treat it seriously. It is the number one thing that I think is holding people back.
So what is your follow-up system? Do you have do you just have it do you do a card system? Do you just have a list and go off that, or?
I use a calendar. I'm very paper to pen, pen to paper, and use a calendar, and I just write their name on that date. So, someone's like, all right, next week's all right, I'm going to message you Monday. So this morning I messaged this guy, okay, it's Monday. Here I am. Today's the day. And he's been doing this for 2 months. So I'm going away this weekend, and we're going to get you in on Thursday.
Love it.
Thursday morning, that's going to be the first thing I do.
Yeah.
Write it down, because if you say you're going to follow up, you better follow up.
And you better follow up at that time too.
Yeah.
Because one thing I did that I've done, I think differently, that's been helping me too, is I met, behind me was a teacher who said, oh, I've been wanting to hear about that Plexus stuff too, right? Got 2 phone numbers, asked them what time, and wrote that down, put it in my calendar, my phone right away. And I called them at that time, that they said I could call them. Did they both answer? No, neither one of them answered, but I still followed up at the time I said.
Yep,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. And I like to text people. I feel like people respond to text versus, email. I feel like email hasn't been effective at all.
I don't even get emails at this point.
Yeah, you don't even worry about it.
Especially when I know that 99% of people I always having a clean inbox. I'm so OCD. But when I see people's phone and they have 42,000 emails in their inbox, I'm like, what's the point? I'm not emailing anyone.
Yeah, I love it. That's great advice. Thank you. Anyone else?
So that does prompt a question for me.
Uh-huh.
when we talk about the different online venues, we know Facebook is one, but I was listening to watching a video earlier where someone mentioned use of a meetup group to meet new people, to, just get it out there a little bit more. Do you have any other tips in terms of online tools to use?
I'm not very tech savvy, so I think I've only used Facebook and different like you said, networking groups. But the ones I'm in like a running group. I'm in some moms groups. I'm in some local network marketing groups. But other than that, I really no. That's not my strength.
And what about you might talk a little bit about the importance of Facebook? Because I think, people think they post once and they didn't get anybody.
Yeah,
and the importance of posting.
And you're going to get people that block you, mock you, unfriend you, unfollow you. But don't let that stop you guys. Like, if I had this kid come up to me as like my friend's son, and he's like, "Oh, you're so annoying with the posting." I go, "So unfollow me." I was like, "You're not going to stop me. You don't pay my bills." So I said to him. He was like 20 years old. But that's kind of like, in a kind way, that's kind of like the attitude I have is, I'm doing you a favor, dude. Like, So when you don't post, that speaks louder than when you do post consistently.
Yeah, and do you post daily? I mean, in the beginning anyway, did you post every single day?
I didn't post on my Facebook wall till I was an Emerald. I had a private customer group that my friends were in, and I only used that. When I made my first Facebook reel post, I was like shaking.
I was really nervous too, my very first post.
It's easier and easier though. You just got to rip the Band-Aid. And I think, that was a weird sound. Just got to make sure you're you on Facebook. You don't want to, I'm not like someone who takes selfies of myself. So for me, I'm not going to do a pink drink with a selfie because my friends would be like, that's not even you. So make sure you're yourself on Facebook and relating to your audience.
I think that's awesome. That's great advice. Be you. That's what people want to see. But you want to be relatable like you are.
They want to hear from you. So you can post every testimony in the world, but until your friends hear from you, even if it's, I didn't need 6 pots of coffee this morning. You know how many people that can reach,
Yeah, absolutely. My husband says that all the time. Only thing, and he said in the beginning when I first started, the only thing it's helped me with so far is getting, I'm not addicted to coffee anymore. I'm like, honey, that's huge. I mean, right there, that alone was a big victory for him. Especially with a newborn. We had a newborn at the time. All right, well, we'll let you go. And we have one more question. We got to let her go because she's ready for bed.
Oh, I feel bad.
New York.
Happy.
No, you're good. I know. Bless your heart. Anyone else have any last questions?
We don't say that here either, do we, Debbie?
What? Say what?
I like it.
Oh, yes. We're Texans.
I have people in Texas, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, she is. She's got a lot of Texans, and she knows.
Was there another question?
Debbie, did you have another one?
No, I think I'm good for now, but thank you.
Okay. What about you, Caroline?
It's been so helpful. Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure.
All right. Well, I think that's great, Erin. We really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you pouring into our team. I know a lot of people are going to be really excited to hear this recording since we had a lot of different things going on tonight. So thank you so much.
Probably not till convention.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll see you at convention. Thank you so much.
Mama. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.